for Olympic Games, yeah, to highest result. And they appears once a century maybe. Yes, people like him. But it doesn't mean he is already Olympic champion. It doesn't mean, because as you know the formula, talent multiple to hard working will be result.
Is it who I think it is?
Who? Who the hell's around?
Tom Daley.
Tom Stud, yeah.
He gets cuddles from, we adore him. Never met a lovely guy with better manners. Lovely. But he has to put up with us, and he copes with us very well. When we go, Tom!
Oh, they've made my day, them old ladies. They really have. I'm still thinking about those smiling.
Tom's new dive will be put to the test next week at the British Championships in Sheffield.
Is he guaranteed to win at Sheffield, or can you never be that sure?
I mean, it's not not guaranteed, because obviously there's other competitors, and anything can happen on the day, as Tom knows, as everybody knows.
For the men's platform preliminary competitors.
But, you know, he's a very high probability to win.
And how many times has he been British champion?
The last 3 years on the trot.
But it's been 6 months since he competed, and now he's picked up a shoulder strain.
Rob is sat on the other side filming, and Tom's brothers and a few people that follow Tom are scattered here and there, so it's a good turnout. Both sets of grandparents.
I've always said to them over the years, Tom, you never have to win, just come second. I always say that to him. But then, if you can come second, you can come first.
Most divers are really scared when they start diving, because it's something that's not natural. You don't really want to throw yourself off these diving boards that are so high. It's kind of something that you kind of have to learn to deal with.
Tom Daley, Plymouth diving. Back, 2.5 somersaults, 2.5 twists at height.
We call it the twister.
We call it the twister because I think it's a messy looking dive.
It's
really.
a scruffy dive. It's not clean.
It's clever what he does, but it is quite messy looking. You know, because you think, oh, should he have done that? Is that a mistake? Or it is a little bit messy, I think. I can remember him doing his first handstand, because I don't like watching him do that. That is one I really don't like watching. I mean, he stays up there for, it seems like forever. I think he stays up there the longest I've ever seen a diver stay up there.
Of all his dives, his handstand inspires me the most, because I can see that he's rigid and he's straight, and then just before he goes, he tucks his head in between his arms, and I think, right, he's got it now, he's ready now, and he usually does a first-class dive then.
Confident. I mean, it's only a preliminary round, so all he has to do is come in the top 8 out of 12. It's this afternoon's final that he's got to do it all again, isn't it?
What's it like living in the shadow of an older brother? It's good, is it? Yeah. Makes you famous at school. Everyone wants to speak to you.
Tom's main rival in the final round is Peter Waterfield, aged 28, from Southampton.
Tom's 30 points behind Peter. Peter would have to probably drop a dive a bit for Tom to catch up, probably. But sometimes happens.
Tom's position has dropped to second place. The title he's held for 3 years running is slipping from his grasp.
Come on, Tom!
The only way for Tom to win is to perform his last dive perfectly.
That's happened sometime, and just whatever.
Tom loses the British Championship title to Peter Waterfield. For the first time in 4 years, he's not British champion.
He's dived okay, but he hasn't dived to his best, and he's been beaten. Been beaten fair and square. Well, he's had pressure on him for new dives, and he's in the middle of his GCSEs, but, you know, at the end of the day, it'll do him good to be beaten. Because now he knows that he's, you know, he just can't go out there, and he's got to carry on training hard. And
what happens now? What happens now with you as a family?
We'll just wait for Tom to come up. I think he's been drug tested, I think. So once he's finished with the media, he'll come up. And then we'll set off back to Plymouth, a nice 5-hour journey. And it's, what, 4:10 now, so hopefully we should be home before 10 o'clock.
And school tomorrow?
School tomorrow, yes.
One more time, yeah. That's all right.
That's okay. Oh.
You did good. You dived was good.
Yeah, but everything else wasn't.
It doesn't matter.
you're on an off day. You've had an off day, so what?
I was your shoulder.
Yeah, I was sore, but that's not excuse.
Tom, we're still proud of you.
Yeah, very good one.
Well done.
Thank you.
Don't come first, come second.
Keep the faith.
Thank you.
We believe in you.
Thank you.
2012.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Rob is having brain scans every 3 months at the hospital to monitor the tumour's growth.
My tumour has started to grow back, albeit only small at the moment. But I've just got to prepare myself for the next scan. Boys don't ask about it at all. I don't want them to know about it too much because, you know, they've got perhaps enough on their plates with other stuff with schooling and whatnot. Ben Daley, you are the fastest toy tyer in your class. I think you are, according to this, you are, look.
Thank
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, cool is that? How cool is it?
What is it?
This is Ben's.
Didn't you ever win
Yeah,
that?
I did actually.
No, you
No, you
didn't.
didn't.
I did.
I don't think so.
I did. Go and
you
look at
can't.
my certificate thing when I was little. I reckon I did win that.
I reckon, or I did.
I remember doing that.
Do you?
Yeah.
What, winning or no?
Go.
There's no point in making them feel guilty too much about things, or, you know, boys are going to be boys and expecting them to be like little angels all the time.
Shut up.
No, you have to put your collar down.
Collar down, no, cut it down. We'll add a second.
Three, 2, 1, go. It's actually got to look like a tie though, Rob.
It does look like a tie, Tom. Come on, stop it. I don't want to talk to Tom about it, because I might find that upsetting myself to stay there and, you know, to see his face drop and whatnot. Twisted around his neck, no, it's not properly. No,
but he put his collar down.
Ben, round of applause for
And he's got it
Ben.
with his hands here.
I'm going to let Michael now.
Instead of here. And I had to stand with my hands together, next together.
William used to dive too, until he suffered a common setback to young divers.
Well, I started diving at the same time as Tom, and I got a higher grade than him, so I moved on to the higher level. And then I was better than him, but when I was down my caravan, I kind of did a back dive off the pool and hit my legs on the side of the pool, so I wouldn't do it at Central Park. So then I stopped doing it and started playing football and rugby.
How old were you?